a nice pop. Stock is at 15%. Congratulations. Biodegradable plastic. What kind of technology are you using to get there?
Well, this is nature's own form of recycling. So plants capture carbon, from the atmosphere. We take carbon from plants in the form of vegetable oil. We feed it to bacteria, who just like the bacteria convert the carbon in the vegetable oil into another form of carbon for their own metabolic process. This carbon is called polyhydroxyalkanoate, or PHA for short. And just like humans, when they've had enough to eat, if they continue to be fed, they'll continue to eat, and then they'll store that carbon as energy reserve. So while it's not technically correct, I like the analogy of bug. I call it bug fat. So we break that cell wall open and we extract the bug fat. And the beauty of this is that is the plastic resin. You can make use that polymer to make straws, forks, plates, whatever you want out of plastic.
So
and then and so let me just say that if they get into the environment then by accident, it's the preferred food source for bacteria. So they'll just gobble them up.
So in layman's terms, like my straw is going to be made of bug fat?
That's right.
Oh,
in layman's
awesome.
terms. It's not really fat, but that's right.
So what are you going to do with the money that you're raising today? And talk to me about the growth.
So we have over $200 million in take or pay offtake agreements with our customers, plus a pretty heavy forecast from the customers that we have in development. And in order to meet that demand, we need to build a lot of capacity. So we've just started phase 2 of a retrofit on our plant in Kentucky that will bring on about 45 million pounds of capacity in about a year. And this deal gives us the money to also build a greenfield facility, which we are doing the engineering for now, and we'd expect to start construction around the beginning of next year.
So take-or-pay contracts are very common in, say, the natural gas export industry, for example, and they can be very lucrative in terms of money. So I'm wondering why SPAC? Why not IPO? Why not stay private?
Well, this company was funded by friends and family money out of Southwest Georgia, rural Georgia, a lot of farmers and small business people. We've been very cognizant of not diluting those shareholders who have been very loyal and there for us for 15 years. And so we've been trying to grow in a kind of a step ladder approach with our financing so as not to dilute them all at once. But when we launched this holy grail of plastic in March, 2 days later, COVID came, and that just threw up all our, kind of blew up all of our financing plans. So we had these contracts already in hand. We needed a quick route to a lot of money, and a SPAC was a logical choice for us. It turned out great.
In the meantime, I mean, are you expecting sponsors to also come knocking? Or you've been talking to a lot of companies? What has been sort of the demand cycle for it?
Yeah, we already believe we're oversold, just based on the capacity that we're planning to put in place over the next several years. So that'll be part of my challenge will be to try to figure out how to grow fast, how to put on more capacity faster. And we have a very robust pipeline of customers. I mean, the ones you've mentioned, people like Pepsi, Nestle, and Bacardi. We have others who don't want to be public because they consider it a public or a competitive advantage. We also have a pretty good pipeline, coming up behind those customers that we've already discussed.
So what happens if you can't build capacity fast enough? I mean, like you said, the build out's going to be hard. It's going to be expensive. I mean, what's going to be the biggest hurdle to scaling?
Well, that's just the execution. I mean, we just have to. It's the blocking and tackling, and that's what we have to focus on now. Prior to this, we've come a really, really long ways in a fairly short period of time with hardly any capital at all. And now we're going to have, about $380 million on the balance sheet. It's really a whole different world for us now going forward. There's really nothing that we can't accomplish with this money.